welcome back to my channel. So today's video is one that I've wanted to do for a while, but I just kept putting it off, and it has now been a year since the last one. As you can tell from the title of today's video, I am going to be reacting to your weird, odd, rude, what have you piercing comments, ones that you've heard before. I always enjoy this because some of the comments that you all hear are just downright like WTF moments, and then there are some where I'm like, you know what, that one's actually kind of creative. I gotta give them that. Even if it is rude, it's a little creative. So I really love doing this. I hate that it took me a year to do the next part, but hopefully I can do these a little bit more frequently. Kind of like piercing horror stories. I kind of miss reacting to those stories too. So if you would like to have a weird comment that you've heard before regarding your piercings read in the next one, you can drop them in the comments below, or follow me over on Instagram, wait for me to pop up the question box and you can submit it there. And these are all anonymous because you've probably heard some of these from your family members and you don't want it linked back to you somehow, and then your family members somehow find it and then they're like, why the fudge did you say that, and blah 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 and all that fun stuff. So it is completely anonymous, so feel free to submit away. I'm the only one that will see your username, no one else will. So let's go ahead and get started and see some of the things that you all have heard before. You have a booger hanging under your nose. After I got my philtrum pierced. See, that one I've heard before, but with septum piercings. Like when you get your septum done, people are like, oh, you got a booger in your nose. I don't think I've ever heard it in reference to your philtrum, or for those that don't know, also known as the Medusa piercing, because then that makes it seem like the booger is on your lip. That's a little bizarre. I mean, at least they went different and didn't say it for a septum, but like still. It's kind of weird. Coworker said a nose stud wouldn't be classy. Mistakenly told her I was thinking of getting one. Since when is a nose stud not classy though? I feel like nose piercings and like studs and stuff like that are so common now. I see them all the time. Now granted, my field of work right now is content creation, so the only person I see is me, and then any other content creators that I watch. But like when I was working in higher ed or K through 12 or just education in general, so many people had nose piercings. Now were they wearing hoops? More likely not, but they were wearing studs. So for someone to say that it's not classy, I'm just like, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. In fact, I'm going to disagree immensely. I always get told that it looks like I fell into a tackle box because of all my piercings. I believe someone in one of the previous like reaction videos that I did have said this too. I've also heard the cheese grater one. The tackle box one is on the verge of being creative, but I think I'm hearing it so much more now that it's not. It's just like, yep, I'm ready to go fishing, guys. Let's just pack it up. I got everything we need right here. You're welcome. Get some new material, guys. Come on. We're waiting for it. Some guy at work asked if I always had my daith. I thought, yes, I was born with it. You're like, yep, came right on out with it. Like we know what the person meant, but like word choice, and it's also just fun to play around with at that point, but like, come on. Ah, yes, the good old, maybe they're born with it. Maybe it's their daith. Stop. But like, what does a daith piercing even do? Look effing cool? You're not wrong. And like, yes, there are the people that believe that it helps with migraines, and some people swear that it does. So like, even if you want to go that route and be like, well, actually, it's helped people with this before. I personally am not one of those people, and it's upsetty spaghetti in me, but you know what, it's fine. Otherwise, it just looks dang cool. Like, what do any of the piercings do? Do they have to have a purpose? It's like when people ask others, oh, what does that tattoo mean? It means I had extra income at that time and I wanted to go get something cool. Things don't need to have reasons or meanings. We just need to like it. That's what matters. Why do you want balls on your face? Are you gay? Said by a gay to a gay. Okay, so I mean, at least was it like a little bit comical when they said it and stuff like that? But still, like, that one's just weird though, because like really the only balls you get are from like horseshoe jewelry or something like that when the balls are on the end. So like that comment still doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But if it's like joking and poking around and stuff like that, then okay. But still, it's just like, it's not a whole lot, you know? You look much better without all that metal in your body. It's a shame you did this to yourself. Ooh, I've heard that one too from people very close to me regarding piercings and tattoos. So I feel you on that one. But at least with piercings, you could fire back and be like, look, if I don't like it, I can take it out. It's slightly permanent because you can still see a little bit of the scar, but like, I don't know. I hate it when people give the whole, it's a shame you did this to yourself. It's a shame you did this to your body. You know what? A big old, just, you know, wind it up to them. What does it matter what we choose to do with our bodies. I just don't see them as part of you. They aren't you to me. Then in that case, that person doesn't really know you, do they? I've heard similar ones like that before where it's just like, oh, these just don't seem like you. Well, you're allowed to change and grow. Personally, for me, if you had asked me back in 2012, would I have gotten any of this? Absolutely not. I was actually the person that was like, ooh, tattoos? Why would anyone do that? Now look at me. People are allowed to change. People are allowed to change their minds, change their path. We don't have to stay where we are. So the person may have known like an older you, but they don't know the new you. It's one of those things where it's like, allow me to reintroduce myself. It is satanistic. You are a good girl. You shouldn't wear them. Oof. There's a lot to unpack with that one. Yikes. I don't even know where to begin on that one. Is this just about piercings in general? Cause like, I'm not sure where the correlation between being satanistic and piercings are, or being a good girl and piercings are, or satanistic and being a good girl. There's a lot of connections there that I'm very confused about. And of course, then you get into the negativity that surrounds Satanism, and it's just like, that's also another topic for another time. But it's just like, okay, that's your opinion. I'm not gonna listen to it. There's a lot to unpack with that one. Just the face they make when you tell them the piercing can take up to a year to heal, if not longer. That is also, it's a pretty good reaction, because a lot of people think that you can just get a piercing and it'll be donezo, be good to go. You don't even need to really keep up with the aftercare and stuff like that. But like when you start talking about cartilage piercings and people are like, oh, I wanna get like an industrial. And you're like, yo, you know that can take up to a year, if not longer. People are just like, but I want to change it out to something cute. Or like, especially when you talk about nose piercings and how they have to keep in the initial jewelry for a while before switching it to a cute hoop and stuff like that. The reactions are pretty good. It may not be like actual verbal comments, but it's the non-verbal ones that are just like, you didn't think about that, did you? I have size 2 gauge tunnels. My dad always asks me if they whistle while I walk. Okay, I gotta give it to your dad on that one. That one's pretty cute. May get annoying if he's constantly saying it, but it's kind of cute. Also, how funny would that be, but also really annoying if that's actually what happened? Because mine are at 1/2 inch. Can you imagine if you're just walking along and you just hear this constant whistle? Be funny, because then you could annoy others, but then not funny because you'd annoy yourself. You'll be able to hang your clothes on your stretched ears soon. Yawn. Wait. I really wish I had a hanger in here with me right now, because I totally would do that. Because I know a hanger could go through mine. It's definitely a yawn comment, because it's just like, okay, well, you know what? But now I personally want to try it myself. I really wish I had a hanger in here right now. That would be kind of funny. Do I have anything that I could hang in them? I have these glasses. Could I like... It's not the same as hanging clothes from them, but hey, you know what? Oh man, where are my glasses at? Oh, here they are. I just want to hang a whole bunch of stuff from my ears. So yes, it may get yawn after a while, but honestly, it just makes me want to try it. Not really offensive in my opinion, but my boyfriend likes to say I have robot ears. Okay, with all the metal, I can at least see where the boyfriend is coming from. May not have been my go-to comment, but I can at least see where the thought process was for that one. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. We'll give it to him. All right, these are just some comments that you all have received before. Honestly, these weren't too bad. Some of them are a little questionable. The whole satanistic one with being a good girl and stuff like that. That one's that's a lot to unpack with that one, but then you get the ones where it's just like, do your ears whistle? You look like a robot. Some of them it's just like, you tried. A for effort, bestie. If you would like to have a comment that you've heard before, weird, rude, odd, anything out of the ordinary, read in the next one, I'll try and do one maybe like every other month or something, or maybe we can do every month. We'll see. We'll see what the reaction is. You can drop them in the comments below, or again, follow me on my Instagram and wait for me to pop up the question box and you can ask over there. Special thank you to my patrons. You can help support the channel on Patreon while having access to videos early, viewing patron-only content, and more. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to go down there and hit that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell so YouTube will let you know when I upload next. But until next time, bye all!